Hey y'all, welcome to this week's What's for Dinner. I'm starting out today with some chicken fried steak fingers. Instead of making chicken fried steaks, I'm just going to cut them into strips and just make steak fingers. I have shared this on my channel before, but I thought I'd share it again. I haven't made it for my family in a while. And so I have some beef tenderized round steak. I have 2 packages, which is about 2.5 pounds worth of beef. Now, a lot of times it's called cube steak also. You can find it, or you could use a tenderized round steak. I know around here chicken fried steak is a big deal, and some people are like, what do you mean chicken fried steak? It's not chicken. It's a steak basically fried the way you would chicken. So you bread it and everything like you would a piece of chicken, but you're frying, instead of chicken, you're frying steak, a tenderized steak. And it's the bomb, y'all. It's so good. Get you some white gravy on it. So I'm gonna turn y'all around. We're gonna start cutting this up and we'll get started. Okay, now, the way our butcher did it, because we had, this is a steer that we had butchered. So this is meat we raised. So it's still a little bit frozen. I may have to try to thaw a little bit of it. But anyways, I'm just gonna kind of cut some of this fat right here off. Now what I'm going to do, and there's a big old piece of fat over here on the side. We're going to kind of just cut it off too, kind of trim some of the fat away. Some people like it. I'm not a big fan of a bunch of fat. And these will not all be the same size, and that's fine. They don't have to be. But you're just kind of going for strips. As you can see, this isn't much of a strip, but it's okay. But I'm going to cut a little bit of this fat off the side of this one. And you don't have to do that. That's just my preference. This piece right here has quite a bit of fat. I'm going to actually make it more like little pieces. Just throw that over here. And then I have one more over here. It's just me and the kids tonight. My husband is working. So this should be enough for us. Get this other one open. Okay, I'm going to take a few of these pieces that don't feel all the way thawed out. I'm going to quickly put them in the microwave on defrost, just because I don't want to be putting frozen pieces into hot grease. So most of these are thawed, but I'm just finding the few that feel like they still have some frozen parts, and it won't take long to do this. Okay, y'all, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start making up our batter. We're going to start out with 2 cups of flour. I'm using a ½ a cup here, so I need 4 of these of just regular all-purpose flour. Okay. Next, we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And then we need 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm going to go ahead and use my whisk and try to whisk this together real good and get all the seasonings in there. And to me, this is a really, really good breading. I don't know, it tastes, I just love it. It tastes so good. This is what I've been using for years. Then we're gonna do our liquid ingredients next. So set this over here. Okay, for our liquid ingredients, we need 1/2 a cup of milk, and we need 3 eggs. So I like to break mine first, which I've said plenty of times probably. Okay, now okay, y'all, I like to use an electric skillet. I've had this forever. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to medium high, and we're going to put some vegetable oil, which I'll need more than that. I'm just going to use what's left of this one. And then I have a new bottle. We'll open it up. You just kind of want to make sure you have a good coating on the bottom. Excuse me. And we're going to let this warm up, and then we will start dipping the steaks and frying them, and I'll show you how we do it. Okay, y'all, I thought I'd start out kind of showing you with a few pieces how I do mine. I start over here in the flour. I dip it in the flour, coat the meat, and you're gonna kind of shake off the excess. And then you're gonna dip it into the milk and egg mixture, get it really good and coated. Then you go back to the flour and dip it again. And then you go ahead and put it in the flour, in the grease. And I will continue on like this. So we're going to cook these, and then I'll continue on with the rest. Okay, I have already flipped these, and I flipped them back over again. But now I'm going to go ahead and set them on a plate, and I'm going to cover them with some foil so that they'll stay warm, so that I can continue cooking the rest. Okay, y'all, while those are cooking, I have some French style green beans. I put some butter in there. I'm going to go ahead and start heating those up. But I bought this ham flavored, like, kind of like bouillon or whatever. My sister-in-law was saying she uses something like this, but I don't know if this is the exact same. I'm not going to use this whole package, but I think I'm going to use a little bit of it. It's supposed to give it, like, the taste of, like, if a ham had been in it. We'll see. I just don't want to overdo it. So, we're going to go ahead and start letting that warm up. And I'm also, to make it easy tonight, we're going to make some instant mashed potatoes. And then some of this peppered Pioneer gravy. Alright, y'all, there are our steak fingers. They're all done, and we're fixing to get ready to eat, and we'll let you know what we think. Alright, Adrian, how was it?
It was good, a little bit chewy. But the mashed potatoes, I took them all.
Yeah, he did.
Nobody else can get me. Next person.
Hi, Peyton.
No.
How are you liking it so far?
It's good.
All right, Courtney.
So good. I love chicken fried steak.
Yes, I agree. I didn't clean my
I thought she was making
plate.
the bagged one, which I like the bagged one too, but it's like the ones that you like reheat.
Yeah.
She called me and told me, but then I came and I was like,
okay. Yeah, because she's a working woman now. And so she's like, Mom, did you make supper? And I'm like, yeah, I made chicken fried steak. And then she came in and she's like, oh, it's homemade. I'm like, yeah.
can you get the camera off me so I can eat?
Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's What's for Dinner. I'm making a recipe. I found this on TikTok and the lady did not know what to call it, and so she was asking for recommendations, and someone said macnof, which is a cross between stroganoff and macaroni and cheese. So we will see how this turns out, but I'm starting out. I have a pound of ground beef and I'm fixing to season it up, but I also have over here a pot of hot water I'm fixing to, or a pot of water I'm fixing to turn on. She had put like 1 to 2 cups of beef broth in her water, but I don't have any beef broth. I can't speak, but I do have this beef bouillon. So I'm gonna put a good heaping tablespoon in there, and we'll just let that dissolve. Because you put 1 tablespoon per cup. Let me put just a little tad more. There, and we'll just kind of let that start to dissolve. But now back to the meat. Y'all know I've always got to season up my meat, so I do my own thing when I'm seasoning it, try to get y'all situated. Go ahead and get my burner on. And y'all know, if you watch my grocery haul, I bought this Cavender's seasoning because my husband told me that his friend had used it when he went hunting with him. So we're going to try some of that, seasoning our ground beef. And I'm also going to throw a little onion powder in here because I don't know. Normally I would put garlic also, but we're going to put some garlic cloves in here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and work on browning this ground beef up, work on getting this water to a boil, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, y'all, now that our meat is done, I've turned it down to about low medium. I have a 1/2 stick of butter that I have chopped up. I'm going to kind of get that mixed in there. And, oh, really quickly, back here, our water is boiling. And I'm going to put in a 12-ounce package of egg noodles. I have the wide egg noodles. And I can never coordinate things right, y'all. We're going to put those in and cook them according to the directions, which is 5 to 7 minutes. So we will just keep a check on those. But in the meantime, let me get back over here to this. Okay, so we've got our butter going in. And we're going to go ahead and add in a 1/4 cup of flour. We're going to kind of start incorporating all that in there. Start melting. It smells really good. I think it's that Cavender seasoning. Now we want to add in a good heaping tablespoon full of garlic cloves. Go ahead and get those mixed in. Okay, just kind of letting this just kind of cook down just a little. Make sure everything's all combined. Next, I have a cup of beef broth, which I just mixed up the same way. I just got a cup of water. I just heated it up a little. And I put a tablespoon of that beef broth in here. So we're going to go ahead and combine that in there. And we have 1 cup, making a mess, y'all. Look at that. 1 cup of milk that kind of went everywhere. That's okay. We'll just get the rag and quickly wipe it off. And start mixing that up in there. So we're going to kind of mix this up a little bit more. Keeping a check on my noodles, just kind of stirring those on occasion. And these don't take as long to cook, so I'm going to keep a good eye on those. We also want to add in a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Mix that in there with it. We're also going to add in 1 heaping teaspoon of smoked paprika. I guess you could probably use the regular, just plain paprika if you don't have this, but this is what she said to use, so I had it and I'm going to use it. And it's smelling like so good. I also have in the oven, y'all, these Red Lobster honey butter biscuit. I've never seen those. I've only seen the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay or whatever ones, but this is the honey butter. So now we're just gonna, it says to kind of turn it up to about medium, start letting this heat up, let it thicken. Our noodles are just about done, so I'm gonna have to pull them off in a minute and go ahead and drain those. Okay, y'all, now turn this down a little. I'm going to go ahead and add the noodles in. And we're going to add in some cheese. It called for 6 ounces, which I don't really know how much 6 ounces would be. She did sharp cheddar and pepper jack. I have some Colby Jack cheese. I'm going to add some of that. And then I do have some pepper jack, so I'm going to add some of it too. I just need to quickly shred it. I have a late, oops. I'm kind of panicking because the lady's coming to get eggs and I don't know how far she lives from me. She just says she's on her way, and now I'm kind of panicking that she's gonna show up while I'm in the middle of this, y'all. I get panicked very easily. So let me go ahead and throw a little bit of this cheese in. And then I'm going to quickly try to get this cheese open and shred a little bit of it really quickly, y'all. Okay, here's some pepper jack. We'll add a little more. I'm shredding it into this. I'm going to throw a little more of this in. And that should be good. So, stir that up. She used Nature's Own seasoning. She said to sprinkle some of that on. I have no idea what it is. And I don't have any, so you know what, let's throw a little Cavender's on it. And then we're going to remove this from the heat. Set y'all over here. And we're going to add a 1/2 cup of sour cream in here. Mix that all in. All I can say is it smells really good, so. Okay, y'all, got it done. Got our macnof, I couldn't think of the name, and then the honey butter biscuits I was telling y'all about. So we're just gonna make that our supper for tonight, and we'll let you know in just a little bit what we think. All right, tell me what you thought about the food tonight.
It's good. Yeah,
was it good?
Some more.
You should get. Oh, well, that's a good.
It's good.
All right, good deal. I thought I'd show my face and tell y'all I thought it was very good. I went back for more also. Courtney is about to be home from work, and then she'll eat, and then I'll get her reaction. So, and Peyton is cheering at a football game, so she's not home yet. So I don't know if she's gonna eat supper. She had ate something before the game, so she may not eat. If she does, I'll get her reaction. If not, this is it. I'll get Courtney's, and then I'll say thank you for watching. See y'all next week.